So, hello students, welcome to this revision session on 12th economics. Today we are going to revise chapter number 7, that is national income, and we are also going to complete the exercise part related to it. So, let us go to the screen. Now, this chapter number 7 we have discussed in detail in our recorded lectures as well as in our face-to-face batch. So, chapter number 7 is national income. Now, we have discussed the introductory part, that is, national income is one of the important subject matter of macroeconomics, and it is one of the most important aggregate economic variable. So, in India, the establishment of NIC has led to the computation of national income over several years. Presently, the national income computing is done by CSO, that is Central Statistical Organization. We have seen the meaning and definition of national income, that national income is basically the total income of a nation, or in real terms, it is a flow of goods and services which are produced in an economy. We have seen the three definitions of national income. The first definition was given by the National Income Committee, NIC, and who said that a national estimate measures the volume of commodities and services turned out during a given period, counted without duplication. So this was the first definition which was given by NIC. The second definition was given by Professor A.C.P. Gu, who stated that national dividend is that part of objective income of a community, including the income derived from the abroad, which can be measured in terms of money. And the third definition given by Professor Arvind Fisher, who said that national dividend or income consists solely of services as received by the ultimate consumers, whether from their material or from their human environments. Now, having revised the definition part, let us go to the features of national income. So, national income is a macroeconomic concept. It takes into account the value of final goods and services. It is the net aggregate value after the adjusting depreciation. It takes into account the net income from abroad. It is computed for one financial year. It is a flow concept. It is based on monetary value. Now, the next important concept is two-sector model, where circular flow of national income is observed. So, in an economy, there are two-sector models consisting of households and firms, three-sector model consisting of household, firms, and government, four-sector model consisting of household, business, firms, government, and foreign sector. So we have a two-sector model for the syllabus, where household and firms, they interchange various factors with each other. Firms obtain the resources, land, labor, capital expenditure from the household sector. So firms pay factor incomes, rent, wages, interest, profits to household sector, and firms, they produce goods and services which they sell to the household sector, and household sector incurs the consumption expenditure on goods and services, which is the income for the business sector. So business sector's expenditure is household sector's income, and vice versa. This is the two-sector model of national income, which highlights the circular flow of national income. Now, all the formulas we have studied, like GDP is C plus I plus G plus X minus M, NDP is GDP minus depreciation, GNP is C plus I plus G plus X minus M plus R minus P, and NNP is GNP minus depreciation. The next part, green GNP is excluded from the syllabus for the time being. Different methods of measuring national income: output method or product method, income method, expenditure method. So output method is also known as product method or inventory method. So here the final goods or the value of final goods is considered mainly, and double counting is avoided. So here we have two approaches. The first is the final goods approach, and the second one is the value added approach. So in the first case, only value of final good is considered, and in the second approach, that every stage added value is considered for the computation of national income. Now this method we have discussed in detail. The next part is different precautions which should be taken while using this method. So we must avoid the double counting. Goods used for self consumption should be their value must be estimated by the guesswork. Indirect tax should be included. Indirect tax should be deducted and subsidies should be included. Then the change in the price level should be taken into account. Value of export should be added. Value of import should be deducted. Depreciation should be considered, and second-hand goods transactions should be ignored. So output method is widely used in basically underdeveloped countries. The second method is income method. So here we compute the income of all the citizens of a country. So it can also be alternatively known as GNP, because as per this method, national income is rent plus wages plus interest plus profit plus mixed income plus net income from abroad. Now again, some precautions must be taken. For example, transfer income, transfer payment should be ignored. Unpaid services should be ignored. Income from second-hand goods should be ignored. Income from sale of shares, bonds should be ignored. Revenue received from the direct taxes should be ignored. Undistributed profits of companies should be included. Imputed value of production, which is kept for self-consumption, should be included. So in India, the National Income Committee uses this income method for computing the national income. The third method is expenditure method. So according to this method, this is also known as outlay method. So according to this method, if we add all the expenditures, we get the national income. For example, C plus I plus G plus X minus M plus R minus P, where C is consumption expenditure, G is private investment and government, sorry, I is private investment expenditure, G is government's consumption and investment expenditure. Net foreign investments, that is net exports, and net receipts, that is R minus P. So C plus R plus I plus G plus X minus M plus R minus P. With this formula, we can obtain the national income by expenditure method. Now we have to take several precautions. For example, expenditure on intermediate goods and services should be ignored. Expenditure on repurchase of second-hand goods should be ignored. Expenditure on transfer payments should be ignored. Expenditure on the repurchase of financial assets should be ignored. Indirect tax should be deducted. Expenditure on final goods should be considered, and subsidies should be included. So this method is extensively used in advanced countries like USA, UK, etc. So in India, CSO does the combination of both the methods, that is output method and income method, to calculate the national income. So here we have completed the part related to three methods of computing national income and also the precautions to be taken. Now, while computing the national income, we come across with some theoretical difficulties and some practical difficulties. Now, theoretical difficulties are related with transfer payments, illegal income, unpaid services, self-consumption production, treatment to the income of the foreign firms, valuation of the government services, and changing price level. Next, some practical difficulties which are related with problem of double counting, existence of non-monetized sector, inadequate and unreliable data, depreciation, capital gains or losses, treatment related to illiteracy and ignorance, which are the two important practical difficulties. Difficulties in estimation of the working population of a country, then there are different methods of valuation for the inventories. So because of all these practical difficulties, the correct estimate of national income becomes really impossible. The next part is about the importance of national income, which has been excluded from the syllabus for the time being. So here we have completed the revision part related to chapter number 7. So please revise this from the notes and textbook, and then we will go to the exercise part. Okay, so having revised the chapter number 7, let us go to the exercise part. So question number 1, Madhya, complete the following statements. So while estimating the national income, we include only value of final goods and services in order to. Answer hai option number B, avoid double counting. Second is NDP is obtained by deducting depreciation from the GDP. So GDP minus depreciation is NDP. Third, in India, national income is estimated using the combination of output and income method. Second is complete the correlation. So GDP is C plus I plus G plus X minus M, and GNP is C plus I plus G plus X minus M plus R minus M. Next part. So we will deal with the next question. Now we will go to the next question. So we are solving question number 2, that is complete the correlation. So first GDP हे फर्स्ट क्वेश्चनचा आन्सर आहे. दुसरा आहे आउटपुट मेथडलाच इन्व्हेंटरी मेथड किंवा प्रॉडक्ट मेथड असं म्हणतात, आणि इन्कम मेथडला काय म्हणतात, फॅक्टर कॉस्ट मेथड. सो प्रॉडक्ट और इन्व्हेंटरी मेथड हे आन्सर आहे. थेरॉटिकल डिफिकल्टी आहे ट्रान्सफर पेमेंट, अँड व्हॅल्युएशन ऑफ इन्व्हेंटरी आहे प्रॅक्टिकल डिफिकल्टी. आता क्वेश्चन नंबर 3 आहे की आपल्याला रॉंगली मॅच्ड पेअर ही आयडेंटिफाय करायची. नेशनल इनकम कमिटी 1949 करेक्ट पेयर है. फिनेंशियल ईयर 1 अप्रैल 31 मार्च करेक्ट है. इनकम मेथड नुसार नेशनल इनकम इज रेंट, वेजेस, इंटरेस्ट, प्रॉफिट्स, मिक्स्ड इनकम, नेट इनकम हे पण करेक्ट है. एक्सपेंडिचर मेथड माइनस नेशनल इनकम इज इक्वल टू रेंट, वेजेस, इंटरेस्ट, प्रॉफिट नाही, हे रॉंग आहे. सो ऑप्शन नंबर 4 हा इथं रॉंग आहे. सो ऑप्शन डी हेचा आन्सर आहे, जे रॉंग आहे. म्हणजे ऑप्शन डी ही रॉंग पेयर आहे, जे आन्सर आपण करेक्टली आयडेंटिफाय केले. क्वेश्चन नंबर 4, आयडेंटिफाय एंड एक्सप्लेन द कन्सेप्ट्स. Vrunda receives monthly pension of ₹5,000 from the state government. This is transfer income. Viru kept aside 100 kgs out of 500 kgs of wheat produced in his farm for his family. This is the concept of self-consumption. Sheetal purchased wheat flour for her bakery from the flour mill. Private investment expenditure. Shobha collected data regarding the money value of all the final goods and services produced in the country for the financial year. So this is the national income by output method or product method. Rajendra has total stock of 500 gel pens in his shop, which includes 200 gel pens produced in the previous financial year. So this is the concept of inventory. So या सर्व concepts identify करा, डिटेल मध्ये इलॅबोरेट करा, आणि हे एक्झाम्पल लिहून तुम्ही तुमचा आन्सर कन्क्लूड करू शकता. क्वेश्चन नंबर 5, 2 सेक्टर मॉडेल ऑफ सर्क्युलर फ्लो ऑफ नॅशनल इन्कम. याचा आन्सर टेक्स्टबुक मध्ये आहे. Importance of national income, this part is excluded. Features of national income, this we have discussed. Concept of green GNP, this is excluded. Question number 6 answer notes मध्ये आहे, so ते बघू शकता. Question number 7, answer in detail. Practical difficulties in measurement of national income आपण डिस्कस केल्या, तर डिटेल मध्ये इलॅबोरेट करा. And income method and expenditure method measuring the national income. So हा पार्ट ही आपण डिटेल मध्ये स्टडी केलाय. सो टेक्स्टबुक मध्ये बघून, नोट्स मध्ये बघून तुम्ही आन्सर डिटेल मध्ये इलॅबोरेट करू शकता. सो हियर वी हॅव completed the revision and the exercise part related to chapter number 7. So friends, for the time being, I take your leave and we will meet in our next session. Till then, take care, keep studying. Thank you so much. Bye bye. God bless you. Khuda Hafiz.